I'm Terry Moran in Washington, D.C., and we begin with our top story this hour, those dry conditions and intense winds that are fueling a dangerously fast-moving Southern California brush fire. That fire, with wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour, has exploded over 14,000 acres in less than 24 hours, destroying homes and prompting mass evacuations as California Governor Gavin Newsom rallies state and federal resources to battle this blaze. The National Weather Service has issued red flag warnings both for Ventura and for Los Angeles counties, and they will remain in effect through at least tomorrow morning. And about 100 miles from the mountain fire, a new fire has popped up there in Santa Barbara County. Let's bring in to Captain Tony McHale with the Ventura County Fire Department. He's on the phone. Captain McHale, thank you for being with us. I know you're busy. What are you seeing on the ground there as you fight these fires?
Yeah, thank you, Terry. Yes, the suppression efforts here on the mountain fire are still underway. Yesterday, I have to say, we were faced with extreme fire weather and extreme conditions, some of the most difficult I've seen in my career. So we had a very dynamic, fast-moving fire yesterday. The bad conditions continued well into the night and then most of today. It forced us, we have to always adapt our tactics, our strategies and tactics to the conditions that we're faced with. And with these east wind fires, they're some of the most dangerous fires that we encounter. So what we have to do is we have to go to more of a defensive posture where the priorities are life safety and then structure protection. And so that has been ongoing. As you mentioned about the governor, we have this thing called the California Master Mutual Aid System. So we're able to call on other agencies throughout the state to send resources. They've started to come into the area, which has been a tremendous help for us as far as relieving the crews that were out there for the initial attack. So we're still at it. The conditions are still pretty severe. The winds aren't as bad today as they were yesterday. But as you said earlier, we also have some new starts. It's a regional wind event. So we have some new starts. You mentioned Santa Barbara County. We can see one from this fire that's up in Los Angeles County near Lake Pyramid. So, of course, that puts a lot of pressure on an already strained system. But, we're doing the best we can. Firefighters we're opportunists, if anything. So we are making do with what we have. And so far, we're, continuing our efforts. And we're going to stay with this until we get a handle on it, hopefully when the weather cooperates with us and we can, go into a more aggressive offensive mode.
Yeah, I'm struck, Captain McHale, about, you're saying that these are some of the most difficult conditions you've ever seen. East winds in particular are difficult. Can you just elaborate on that a little bit? What's making it so tough?
Yeah, it's a pressure gradient, so enormous atmospheric pressure, and it creates these strong frictional winds. They're usually hot winds. Sometimes they're cold, but they blow. Like yesterday, we were dealing with about 50 to 60 mile an hour sustained wind, and then gusting up to 70 to 80. And when you're trying to fight a fire in those kinds of conditions, the best way I can describe it to your viewers is it's like trying to put out a blowtorch with a squirt gun. It's just, you're under tremendous pressure from the. Plus, you have what's called we call it fallout, ember cast, ember wash, where embers are being blown, in some cases, up to 2 miles ahead of the fire front, starting multiple spot fires in any receptive fuel bed. It could be natural fuels, it could be outdoor furniture, it could be structural members on houses, wherever it gets purchased and can start a fire. So, of course, that's really problematic as well. And then you add to it what we're facing here in Ventura County. We have what we call an intermixed area, which means you have steep terrain, wildland, intermixed with agriculture, orchards, farm fields, ranches. We even have livestock, and then there's residential areas. So it's a big mix, which poses a tremendous challenge to the firefighters that are responding to this incident. And it was like that all day yesterday. We got thrown to the ropes pretty hard yesterday, but we stayed with it. The men and women that are out there are as intrepid as ever. Yes, they're tired. They're getting relieved, and we're continuing our efforts.
All right. Well, thank you very much for taking time out of your day. We wish you and all of the people that you're working with good luck and stay safe. Captain Tony McHale, thanks very much.
You bet.